You need to hear this if you're a foodie. Imagine a world where your favorite dishes are not only delicious, but also sustainable. Bugs might just be the next big thing on your plate. Yes, you heard that right. Edible insects are making their way into mainstream cuisine. Here's why. So why should we be eating insects? Well, for starters, they are incredibly nutritious. Believe it or not, they're packed with protein, iron, and calcium. These tiny creatures are nutritional powerhouses. Crickets, for example, have 10 times more vitamin B12 than beef. Plus, they're super sustainable. Imagine getting all that nutrition without the environmental cost. Raising insects produces way fewer greenhouse gases than traditional livestock. This means a smaller carbon footprint and a healthier planet. In fact, producing 100 grams of crickets emits 100 times less greenhouse gases than the same amount of beef. That's a staggering difference. Talk about a win for the planet. By choosing insects, you're making a choice that's good for the Earth. Insects are already a staple in many countries' cuisines. They've been enjoyed for centuries in various cultures. From crispy fried grasshoppers in Uganda to spicy silkworms in India, people have been munching on bugs forever. These dishes are not just exotic, they are part of everyday life for many. And now, high-end restaurants in the West are catching on too. Chefs are getting creative with insect-based dishes, turning them into gourmet experiences. So next time you see a bug-inspired dish on the menu, give it a try. You might be surprised at how tasty and satisfying it can be. It's good for you and the Earth. By incorporating insects into your diet, you're contributing to a more sustainable future. Who knew saving the planet could be so crunchy? So are you ready to take the plunge and try something new? Your taste buds and the planet will thank you. Insects are a sustainable source of protein. They require less land, water, and feed compared to traditional livestock. In this chapter, we'll explore the environmental benefits of insect farming. Firstly, let's talk about land use. Traditional livestock farming demands vast areas of land for grazing and growing feed crops. In contrast, insect farming can be done in much smaller spaces. Imagine vertical farms in urban areas, where crickets and mealworms are raised in compact, controlled environments. This efficient use of space means we can preserve more natural habitats and biodiversity. Next, consider water usage. Agriculture is one of the biggest consumers of water globally. Raising cattle, for example, requires thousands of liters of water per kilogram of meat produced. Insects, on the other hand, need only a fraction of that amount. This could be a game changer for regions facing water scarcity. Feed efficiency is another major advantage. Insects are incredibly efficient at converting feed into protein. For instance, crickets need about 12 times less feed than cattle to produce the same amount of protein. This means fewer resources are used, reducing the strain on our planet's resources. Moreover, insect farming produces significantly less waste. Traditional livestock farming generates large amounts of manure, which can contribute to pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. Insect waste, however, is minimal and can even be used as a natural fertilizer, promoting a circular economy. And let's not forget about greenhouse gases. Livestock farming is a major contributor to methane emissions, a potent greenhouse gas. Insect farming, however, produces negligible amounts of methane. By shifting towards insect protein, we could significantly reduce our carbon footprint. In summary, insect farming offers numerous environmental benefits. It requires less land, water, and feed, produces minimal waste, and emits fewer greenhouse gases. By embracing this sustainable protein source, we can make a positive impact on our planet. So, the next time you think about your food choices, consider the tiny but mighty insects. They might just be the key to a sustainable future. Stay tuned for our next chapter, where we'll dive into the exciting world of insect-based culinary innovations. You won't want to miss it. Insects are also rich in nutrients. They contain high levels of protein, vitamins, and minerals. In this chapter, we'll discuss the nutritional benefits of eating insects. Let's start with protein. Insects like crickets and mealworms are packed with protein, making them a great alternative to traditional meat. In fact, some insects contain up to 80% protein by dry weight, which is higher than most animal-based sources. This protein is also high quality, providing all essential amino acids our bodies need. Next, let's talk about vitamins. Insects are a good source of B vitamins, including B12, which is essential for brain health and energy production. For those following a plant-based diet, insects can be a valuable source of this vital nutrient, which is typically found in animal products. Minerals are another nutritional highlight. Insects are rich in iron, zinc, magnesium, and calcium. For instance, a serving of crickets can provide more iron than the same amount of beef. This makes insect-based foods an excellent option for combating nutritional deficiencies, especially in regions where access to diverse diets is limited. In addition to their impressive nutrient profile, insects are also low in fat and calories. This makes them an ideal choice for those looking to maintain a healthy weight without sacrificing nutritional value. But what about the taste? Many people are pleasantly surprised to find that insects can be quite delicious. They have a mild, nutty flavor that can easily be cricket flour in baked goods to mealworm stir-fries, culinary possibilities are endless. In summary, insects offer a powerhouse of nutrients, including high-quality protein, essential vitamins, and important minerals. They are a healthy, sustainable choice that can contribute to a balanced diet. The next time you're looking for a nutritious meal, consider adding some insects to your plate. You might just find a new favorite food. Stay tuned for our next chapter, where we'll explore the cultural acceptance and culinary innovations in the world of edible insects. Despite the myriad benefits of eating insects, there are significant challenges to achieving widespread acceptance and consumption. Two of the most prominent barriers are cultural acceptance and regulatory hurdles. Let's start with cultural acceptance. In many Western societies, the idea of consuming insects is still met with hesitation or even disgust. This aversion is deeply rooted in cultural norms and perceptions. However, it's important to note that in many parts of the world, insects have been a traditional food source for centuries. For instance, in countries like Thailand and Mexico, insects are not only accepted but are considered delicacies. Changing these deeply ingrained perceptions will require a multifaceted approach. Education plays a crucial role. By highlighting the environmental and nutritional benefits and showcasing delicious insect-based recipes, we can gradually shift public opinion. Food festivals, cooking shows, and social media campaigns can all contribute to normalizing the consumption of insects. Now let's talk about regulatory hurdles. In many countries, the legal framework for insect farming and consumption is still in its infancy. Regulations regarding food safety, labeling, and farming practices need to be established and standardized to ensure consumer confidence and market growth. Fortunately, progress is being made. The European Union, for example, has recently approved several insect species for human consumption, paving the way for a broader acceptance. Collaborations between governments, scientists, and industry leaders are essential to create a clear and consistent regulatory environment. Innovation is also key. Entrepreneurs and startups are developing new ways to incorporate insects into familiar food products, making them more palatable and accessible. From cricket protein bars to insect-based pasta, these innovations are helping to bridge the gap between traditional and modern dietary practices. In conclusion, while cultural acceptance and regulatory hurdles are significant challenges to the widespread consumption of insects, they are not insurmountable. Through education, innovation, and cooperation, we can overcome these barriers and unlock the full potential of insects as a sustainable and nutritious food source. Stay tuned for our next chapter, where we'll explore the exciting future of insect farming and its potential to revolutionize the global food system.